Hey guys, just wanted to give you a Saturday recap for now or mid what transpired so far today. Some pretty good things, some other things guys going on. Not sure how the night's going to unfold yet. I do have a place, so thank you. The city of Plymouth has reached out to me, and essentially an anonymous benefactor has said that Plymouth wanted to show me humanity by getting me a room at the Super 8 or Motel 8 or whatever it might be. But so I was able to come here and get a shower and relax and not have to sleep on a hardwood floor tonight. But it's really a generous offer by the city and whoever was responsible for it. I greatly appreciate that. I wanted to share a little bit of the day with you, and I'm probably going to talk about maybe some of it later on tomorrow morning as I kind of think through some things. So I left. I try to keep updated as much as I could. It wasn't not a ton happened today, but some really nice things happened. I left town of Bourbon this morning. Got a little bit later start because I could. Um, I was in 2 blocks into the journey when the wall of heat just hit me, and I started dripping. And I got into just crossing the main street. It was only a few blocks from where I was, and a young lady saw me, Mindy, and said, "Hey, sir, are you going on a trip?" I said, "Yeah, I am. Love it if you could follow me. Here's what I'm doing." And she said, "Well, have you had breakfast yet?" And I said, "Well, I hadn't. I was going to get a couple of my power bars in me." And she said, "Well, I'd love to get you a pancake and sausage breakfast. If there's a benefit for the high school football team just up the road, I'll give you a ticket and we can go from there." So let me just do this so my three chins don't show as badly. Hey, look at that. It's like a blue whale over my head. Who knew? Didn't see that before. Anyway, focus, Jim. So I went up and it was a real nice environment. The team was there. I talked to some of the players. I had a couple sausages, a couple of pancakes, and it's definitely good food to get me going. And the Triton Trojans from Bourbon, Indiana. So I'll be following them as well on my journey. But it was nice. One of the assistant coaches had the kids take a picture with me, and some of the kids taking pictures. That was real nice. And as I left the town, some of the folks I met were reaching out to me on Facebook and following and supporting the journey, and it was a really nice thing because it's funny, you take a picture with them and they're thanking me when I need to be thanking these folks for extending the hospitality to me, let me be a part of their lives for a day. So I continued on down. At that point, I needed to get a couple of towels. For some reason, as I go across the country, I sweat a lot, so I put one around my neck and usually use one with my saturated hat. And I needed to get a couple of towels. There was a Dollar General store up the way. But I got up to town. It was just right off of the 4-lane highway, what they call, I guess, the new 30 or the bypass. So I took that several miles up towards Plymouth before getting back down and going off the Lincoln Highway, back to the Lincoln Highway. Did that, and it was hot, and I was burning through some water. And I got to a town called Inwood. I looked down at my phone map, and I guess I hadn't changed it off the town of Plymouth. So I looked at the next road I was at, had a McDonald's at the end of it. So I headed that way, hoping to get a little something to eat and drink. And as I was about halfway up the block, I didn't really see anything, but there was a family. Okay, excuse me, guys. A family sitting on the porch, and I said, "Hey, is there a McDonald's at the road?" "No, sir. Not until you hit Plymouth." So I was in the wrong area. Looked at the wrong map. I found out later why. That was my fault entirely. But I took the opportunity to talk to these folks and speak with them. The husband let me fill up some waters, which was great. And I talked to him for a short while, made some new journey friends, and kind of went back on my way down Lincoln Highway. Not long thereafter, I got I was doing a video actually, and texting somebody just resting in the shade, drinking some water. Earlier in the day, I had broken my tripod, and I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday, Orion, who was looking to hook up with me while I was in Bourbon. I was going to say Boulder, that's Colorado. Well, I was in Bourbon, Indiana. And I was planning on meeting up with him, and something came up, and that didn't happen. And all of a sudden, SUV pulls up, and it's Orion, and he jumps out of the back seat and comes over with 2 different tripods for me. And he himself is a broadcaster. In fact, he actually turns out he broadcasts the Triton Trojans football games for the team. So, small world. I was just at their fundraising breakfast that morning, and here comes their broadcaster out helping me out. and I asked him which he thought would be a better fit, and he gave me this pretty sturdy one, so this will be sturdier. So I really appreciate the hospitality they showed me. I don't know, I'm so tired. Got me something to drink, and went on with the day. From there, a friend of mine, I guess, had made a contact here in Plymouth, and Brian had come to meet me. I was getting a cold drink up at the pilot shop, engaging in a conversation with a nice young lady from up there, and I didn't want to be rude to her. Brian was calling me, and I hadn't met Brian yet. I didn't know what his intentions were, and I know that someone reached out to him on behalf, and he was very willing to meet with me and talk with me. But the funny part was, Brian has a little sports car, and A, I'm not a small guy, and B, I don't have a small backpack. So he kind of said, the challenge for us is going to be getting you in that backpack into the car. So he said, I got to take a picture of this. So I gave him my phone, and I'll be posting that picture here shortly after this video. So that was a funny scene. So came into town, and I'm checked into the hotel here, and going to be meeting Brian shortly. Don't know what quite the night holds. We're going to go to I was planning on just I didn't know I was going to be hanging out or even showing hospitality by Brian in the town. So my thought was going to be just to kind of head into the this music festival fair, something going on. But it turns out that started at 1:30 and ends at 9. I'm not sure what time, by the time Brian and I get together, what our plans might be. But anyway, things are good. A few really good stories today, and just to let you know, all, I am safe. I am showered. I do need to find a laundromat. They don't have a laundry here. I got to find a laundromat and get a bunch of clothes done because they're soaking wet. And that's about it, guys. So have a good night. All right, Landon, James, I love you, buddy. Here, Stephanie, I love you. Grace Elizabeth, I love you. I love all you guys. So thank you for following, for listening. I will update you on the morning tomorrow. Maybe a little bit more detail, a little recap of tonight, and maybe some of my thoughts. There was a song I wanted to play for you guys tonight, and I forgot what dang song it was. What was the song that was tripping me today? That was triggering my thought process. Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot. I'll remind you all in the morning. If I see it, I'll kind of text it out there. Oh, I know one you can look up for me, guys. Do me a favor. There's an artist I remember seeing live. He was from Indiana. I don't know what part of Indiana. Maybe you guys can research it and let me know. Really, really liked him. Kind of just singular acoustic guy, but he, mixed his own music for backdrop. But again, Evan Watson, and a kind of raspy, soulful voice. I don't know where he's at now, what he's doing, but he was really, really good. So if you guys can link a couple of Evan Watson songs onto the site for everybody to enjoy, I'd really appreciate that. And again, love you guys. Have yourselves a great day. Take care.